Hi everyone, it's Chenzo from Reality Art Pod, here to talk about The Traitors, Season 3, Episode 2, titled Revenge is a Dish Best Served Cold. Where we left off, Alan picked traitors, the players played a divisive Viking challenge on the lock that left most of them with shields, and Boss and Rob's fate as a future traitor was revealed. I put a link in the description to my playlist, where you could find all of my traitors recaps in order. Don't forget to like the video if you enjoy what I'm doing, and subscribe if you haven't. As always, my recaps aren't meant to replace the original material, so if you missed the episode, I highly encourage you to seek it out on Peacock to enjoy it and form your own opinion first. But let's dive into it. Alan reveals the hooded mystery players. Remember earlier when I said I hoped it wasn't Wes? Well, it's Wes and Derek. He tells them individually they'll be entering the game as faithfuls. I never got to assess these players, but a quick introduction. Wes is a challenge legend. It's nice seeing someone from the challenge on this cast. He's competed in around 20 seasons of the challenge. When he first started, he was targeted for being a rookie. He hated that so much, he got a reputation for going against tradition and as a vet making alliances with the rookies. All that to say, Wes could be the shepherd that the housewives need, or that the bottom feeder players who normally wouldn't have a shot could use to get their lives together in the game. He even turns New York on House of Villains into a bit of a strategist. But I say he ruined House of Villains because he can be such a fun sucker and bad vibes sometimes, so I hope he can have good vibes here because he is a good strategist. And Derek Levasseur, who competed on Big Brother 16 and dominated strategically alongside Big Brother winner and ex-Traitors contestant Cody Calafiore. Many see him as one of the best Big Brother winners ever, which could put some pressure on him. I feel like Derek really knows Big Brother and would know Danielle's game, probably wouldn't see Brittany as too much of a threat. He keeps a cool demeanor and would be a good faithful or traitor. I can see why they held these three guys back an episode. They're about to suck up a lot of energy in the castle. Back to Rob. Alan tells Rob that he'll be a traitor. He laughs maniacally. The three guys bond in their cages and agree to stick together as legends of their shows. Meanwhile, the traitors are strategizing in the turret. Bob and Danielle are on the same page, thinking ahead. Carolyn is thinking step by step. Bob is letting the ladies squabble about it. Their options are Sam, Bob H, and the four housewives. They call the housewives an infestation. Danielle wants to target Dorinda to frame Iva, but Carolyn suggests Robin instead, and they consider Dolores because she's the smartest of all of them. The next morning at breakfast, nobody's happier than Gabby. She loves talking shit and she's here to get the tea. Tony retells the Dorinda drama to Gabby. Tony feels she was overreacting, and they speculate that Dorinda is a traitor. Nikki says that she, Gabby, and Chriselle have become a threesome. Okay, alliance. Ayan talks Wells' ear off, and he loves it because she's distracting people away from him. Danielle and Bob the drag queen do their best acting upon entering breakfast, and it all comes down to the housewives, with Robin and Dolores entering last, meaning Dorinda was murdered. Flashback to the traitors making their decision. I side with Carolyn here. Dorinda was loud, and the faithful were all thinking she was a traitor. They should not have murdered her. So we have to say goodbye to Dorinda here, which sucks, because of all the housewives, she was the one I was most excited for. I had no hope for her in the game, but I would have at least liked to see her meet Wes, see her at the round table. We were truly robbed by this. I'm gonna give my award for best dressed at breakfast to Chriselle. This outfit was cute, structured skirt. I love the buckles. Most people go for fall and equestrian on the traitors. I like the chic take and love the gems on the eyes. I don't usually do worst dressed. Tom has fully pitted out this t-shirt. What's going on with the heat in the castle? Alan shows up cosplaying as intelligent Scotch tape. Bob the drag queen is fully crying here, which seems genuine, as Alan tosses Dorinda's picture aside as he does. Carolyn is so annoyed at Bob and Danielle for their performative hysterics, and Gabby whispers to her ally Chriselle that she thinks Ivar is a traitor. The players spread around the castle, with Jeremy saying he thinks one of the Bobs is a traitor, but have no fear, Detective Robin is on the case.
No, Bob the drag queen, absolutely not.
Robin suggests Wells instead. She tells us after she dealt with her friend stealing money from her in real life, she's never letting anyone get one over on her again. Dylan then tells Danielle that he 100% trusts her. Has she found her new Jason? In the lounge, Robin and Wells both make statements that piss each other off. These two just don't like each other. They head to their challenge where Alan quickly gets to introducing the three new players. Derek tells us he's not sure if he trusts Brittany, and he refers to Danielle as the best Big Brother player to never win. Brittany also isn't excited to see Derek there. Carolyn calls Wes an asshole and says she can't stand him. And Jeremy is actually excited that Rob is back in the game. By the way, Alan is wearing a corseted ball gown version of the Scotch tape outfit now. The three caged players each have a shield. They can give the shield to a player who releases them. The players in the game can search for coins in bags and deposit the coins in the player's cup. If their cup gets filled to the line, they get into the game, can give out their shield, and get $5,000 towards the pot. But if it doesn't get filled, they can't give their shield and get no money. As they're searching for coins, the players agree to release Boss and Rob and start giving him money. Tom and Brittany do help Derek Derek, but not many are helping Wes. Bob the drag queen tells Rob that his hat is a fashion crime. I don't know if these two will be friends. Wells starts helping Wes, and Aeon interviews Wes, asking him if he's a TikToker. With seconds to spare, they get their final $100 and unlock all 3 players into the game. Alan tells them they can give their shields out after the roundtable. The 3 players that are joining the game will be immune from banishment and murder tonight. How convenient. Back at the castle, Tom fills the new guys in, letting them know that Bob the drag queen and Carolyn are definitely faithfuls. Dolores tells them that the housewives are being targeted and that Nikki, Chriselle, and Gabby are really close. Traitor Danielle doesn't trust Rob. She wants to murder him right away, and she tells Derek that she needs a shield, saying she'll get murdered for her Britney drama. Jeremy and Bob the drag queen discuss Wells' name being circulated for being cold and shady, and Wells and Dylan agree on Robin being a traitor. They head to the round table, which is kicked off by Bob the drag queen. Bold move by a traitor. Bob throws out Wells' name, saying that his behavior has changed. Bob Harper says that Wells hasn't changed, but Robin says that Wells has changed. Robin and Wells squabble about their conversation in the lounge, to which Wells says that Robin and Sam are the traitors. Tom changes the subject back to the premiere roundtable, and Chriselle's reaction after the blindfolding. She calls him out for targeting her because she's friends with his ex Ariana. Sierra brings up the obvious that Dorinda had just had a fight with Ivor before she was murdered. Dolores thinks that's a great point, but Danielle brings the conversation back to a housewife. Robin starts trying to defend her decision to get out of the boat first in the premiere challenge, and the conversation descends into chaos, over talking, and abruptly ends with time to vote. So they get to voting. The votes are all over the place. Robin, Ivor, and Wells end up with 4 votes each, with Carolyn casting the deciding vote, and Carolyn votes for Wells, so Wells will be banished. Danielle brings on the waterworks as Wells gives them a slow clap and tells them that he's a faithful. A big L from Team F. So we have to say goodbye to Wells here, a beloved member of Bachelor Nation, but here he was just not so fun. He had this weird beef with Robin and was just a real stick in the mud. The other players even note his change of mood. It just seems like he was having no fun and was voted out because of it. After Wells' departure, Aeon is really destroyed, saying he was really taking care of her. Dylan tells Robin and Aeon that he thinks Bob the drag queen put the stank on Wells, which is true. Bob really did do that. The new players dole out shields. Rob grants his to Tony, who kisses it like an immunity idol. Derek gives his to Dylan, and Wes gives his to Jeremy. Derek breaks the news to Danielle that he gave his to Dylan. As the night winds down, and Robin is writing, I'm sure, really great ideas in her journal in bed, the traitors head to the turret to plan their next murder. In the turret, Bob expresses that he fears the new guys are going to target him. Boston Rob shows up and reveals himself to be the 4th traitor. The other 3 are not happy. So that was an episode. I didn't love the new arrivals, and that challenge was a bit of an insult to our intelligence. The optics of 3 men coming in with shields and giving them to 3 men right after they just had an argument in the previous episode about sexism and targeting women is agitating me. I'm also getting annoyed with there being 2 Bobs. A player I'm keeping an eye on is Dolores right now. She was watching everyone like a hawk at that round table. So I'm about to watch episode 3 and I'll make a video after I do that. If you like this video, drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe so you don't miss the next one. I'll see you later. Bye.